News Talk 640 WFNC. Gilbert Baines along with CHERYL Johnson right now. CHERYL, you are here with the Cape Fear River Run that's happening. It's going to be coming up. Give me some background. What's going on?
Team River Runner is pairing up with ParentC. It's an adaptive paddling demo out at the Peckman Center Lake Rim area. So those that think they might not ever be able to get into a kayak or just enjoy the outside nature, it is possible with adaptive gear, and we're getting in there and demonstrating that you can paddle. So Team River Runner is basically for veterans. That's our main goal. But this demo is open for everyone. So there's ways to paddle even if you're paralyzed, have amputations, visually impaired, with all kinds of different disabilities, that you are capable of getting out and enjoying the great outdoors and doing stuff.
Wait, now, give us a when does this all happen? Because there's I think a couple of phases here that we're trying to make sure people are aware of.
July 11th, 10 a.m. And it is pretty much an all-day thing where you can just come and go and check out the gear. So July 11th, the Peckman Center, Lake Rim area. So adaptive paddling, we have a chair that you can sit in if paralyzed, you have no core. So it's a pretty good program, and it is basically for veterans, trying to get veterans out on the water. It does help prevent suicide. It helps, with depression, coming back with injuries for anybody. It's important that you find something to do and, feeling like you belong and getting out there and doing stuff. It does help with your mental health.
You make a good point, because there are folks who are going through recovery,
Mhm.
and you got to change the temperament of what it is that you do in terms of your routine. And this is something that's can be unusual, especially if you don't think that you can get in a canoe or kayak. Now, is this all kayak or both canoe and kayak?
We do have some canoes. We don't usually bring them out unless we, have a need for it. Because it is a lot harder to carry canoes. And we are gearing more for kayaks.
And we're talking about the technique of kayaking, because if you've not been in one, when you had mobility, it can be a challenge to think that you're going to be able to get in one, and say you're paralyzed from the waist down. But there's assistance and that's provided, and special equipment. Talk about that a little bit.
So we have a few instructors. We have people that are trained to help get someone in and out of these boats, and utilizing the special gear that we do have. And the gear helps stabilize and helps with certain functions, like the paddle pivot. If you're weak in the upper body and the shoulders, it helps move the paddle through the water. And these boats are made for single people. We do have tandem. So if they have a lot less mobility, then they can still get out there and enjoy being out in nature, looking at the turtles in the water and just feeling the sun on their body. And enjoying the fresh air.
If somebody wants to register and get in touch with being involved with this, what do they do?
They can check us out on Facebook, Team River Runner Fayetteville. You can also go to the main national website, teamriverrunner.org, and look for the individual chapters for Fayetteville, North Carolina. That is the easiest way to reach out to us.
And this is July 11th is when this is going to take place. This is not only just a local event. This is happening at different clubs all over the state, all over the country.
Well, Team River Runner is national, so we are always constantly putting ourselves out there with veterans and other communities. We are veteran based, but anyone with a disability is welcome to come out and participate. We have several non-veterans that do participate. We have families that come out, kids. So, whatever disability you have, you might be able to paddle.
Well, here's the thing, and it goes beyond someone who's paralyzed. You have people who have traumatic brain injuries, suffering PTSD, a number of different things that can be therapeutically treated because they put themselves in a different environment. Talk about that a little bit, because this is not only for folks who have a lack of mobility.
So, those with PTSD, it helps with depression. Those with, if you were born with blindness or visually impaired, and we have programs out there for kids that are completely, visually impaired. They can still come out and paddle with us. So traumatic brain injuries, spinal cord injuries, amputations, we can adapt the boat to fit your need, depending on, what it is.
I guess half of the battle is just getting into the boat. And then once that's done, now a new smile can come on someone's face. You've seen this. Talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely. And the first time you get out there and you're just paddling along, you see a bird or a turtle or an eagle flying by, and, the smiles on your face. I paddled with this one lady who was visually impaired, and we took her down the Cape Fear going through some rapids. And that was the first time she ever been on rapids. She'd been on lakes before. And she had such an absolute blast. And, that was the best feeling in the world, to have her enjoy this.
What do you tell family members who may be apprehensive that, no, I don't think that my loved one can do this, in terms of giving them the support that they need in order to allow someone who is saying, hey, I'd like to try this, but there may be some apprehensive family members?
So I show them examples of people with those same disabilities. Team River Runner National took five blind people down the Grand Canyon, and that's pretty big water. One also was an amputee and blind. So, it doesn't matter what your disability is. There's always a way for them to paddle. And, it's about saying, yeah, I can do this, and getting out there and just doing it.
But is there a requirement that the individual knows how to swim in order to be involved?
Only requirement for all paddling is to be able to hold your breath and seal your mouth from the water, just in case you do flip over. And that is an absolute must. So if you're, carrying an oxygen tank, you probably cannot paddle because, regardless, everyone will eventually swim, and we always look at that as a safety thing. It's not just, a requirement. It's about that person's safety, and that's what we look at first.
I see you have hands-on demonstrations, adaptive kayaking customizations to fit your needs, and also supportive and inclusive environment to get out there and be involved with this. Now, you're saying this is going to be done near the Lake Rim area on Lake Rim and not on the Cape Fear this time?
Well, this demo is on the Lake Rim across the street at the fishery, the Peckman Center, and if you want to get on the water, we can go across the street to Lake Rim. But we paddle pretty much every single weekend, doing something somewhere, everywhere. But the adaptive paddling demo is July 11th, 10 a.m. till about 4 p.m., and we're going to be out there just demonstrating, that you can paddle, and we have the gear and the know-how to get someone on the water safely and enjoy being outside in nature and having fun.
So the demonstration, so I get a sense of it, you're in an area. You have the equipment there. It's on dry land to start.
It's on dry land to start,
and so people can be fitted into a kayak on dry land to get a sense of what that's like before you even head out into any body of water.
Absolutely.
Talk about that for a second here.
So, if you have an amputated leg, we foam out to make it more comfortable. And depending,
now, what do you mean when you say foam out? What does that mean?
So we use closed cell foam and duct tape, basically, to create a pocket for the amputated leg to make it more comfortable. Or if you have certain back injuries or hip injuries, to make it more comfortable to sit in the boat. And we use foam, and a lot of it is, super soft, so not to irritate any skin. Now, if it's an arm amputation, then, we have to take measurements and, certain things, and that has to be custom made.
And that's what this demonstration is all about, because you can come out on July 11th. You won't have to paddle a bit, but you can get a sense of what it could be like maybe the next week or the week after, because you guys are paddling all the time. And so this demonstration on July 11th is for that purpose. If you have some doubt, some apprehension, you're inviting folks to come on out, 10 o'clock, Peckman Center, get out there and say, look, give it a try. See if this is for you.
Absolutely.
That's it? Pretty simple? All right. CHERYL Johnson, we appreciate you coming in. You're with the, is it Cape Fear River Runners, or what's your?
Team River Runner.
Team River Runner, which is a national organization. And you meet, how often do you get out?
But every weekend.
Somewhere up and down the Cape Fear River, or do you go beyond the Cape Fear, other areas?
We do the Cape Fear River, Hope Mills Lake, Lumber River, Black River, Haw River, any river.
Any river. I don't know where that is.
I'll be there.
We'll be there. CHERYL, look, we appreciate you coming in. Want to give you an opportunity before we got to July 11th to get the word back out to folks that this is available, and that everybody is welcome to come out and check out this demonstration of adaptive paddling on dry land, and then maybe you go across the street to the water and put someone in the river if they feel up to it.
Absolutely.
All right, CHERYL, thank you so much. You're listening to Fayetteville's 640 WFNC, and we've got Fayetteville's most dependable forecast from CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
That just sounded like Kenny. Today we'll have clearing skies and a high temperature of 92 degrees. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 70, and Tuesday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 89. Temperatures the next few days will still be warm but manageable, but the high humidity and high temperatures return along with the chance for rain and storms by the end of the week. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Okay, Rachel, right now, 81 degrees in Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and also in Spring Lake. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC.
Fayetteville's first in news and information for 4 decades. News Talk 640 WFNC. Stream on iHeart anytime, anywhere. Just search WFNC.
I'm Charles Evans, candidate for Cumberland County Commissioner at Large. As your public servant, it will be my responsibility